Welcome. Thank you for being here. 45 minutes of yang practice. And we'll just start seated today. So you can find a way to sit that feels supportive. Allowing your shoulders to stack over your hips. Relaxing the shoulders away from your ears, softening your face as you close your eyes or lower your gaze towards the ground. And just noticing the presence of your body. Noticing what parts of your body feel alive and which parts feel more dull. And wherever you feel some dullness, can you enliven that with your breath? So bringing vividness by imagining you're breathing in those dull areas. And noticing what is present in your mind. Perhaps there's a feeling of congestion and entanglement with thinking. So breathing into your mind to create some space there. And then bringing attention to your heart space, noticing what is present there. And perhaps there is some tension or a feeling of tightness in the heart space, and you can breathe into the heart as well to allow there to be a little more room. And not to diminish what is present, not to ignore what is present, but just to give it a little more space. And then take 3 deep, full body breaths, as if you're bringing this vividness into your entire system on each inhale, and releasing anything that doesn't serve you on the exhale. When you're complete, bring your hands to rest on your heart as a reminder to practice loving kindness during your practice and any other time. It's befriending what is there without judgment and with loving care. Take one more nice breath here. And then slowly release your hands as you open your eyes. Now we'll start lying down. So perhaps you'd like to spread a blanket out onto your mat. And I'll show you how you'll be lying down first before you lie down, so you can just see me. So you're going to put your arms behind your head like this. Right arm, left arm. And your legs are going to be in square pose, so right shin in front of the left shin. So it's easier to come lie down first and bring your right arm behind your head and then your left. So you're resting your head probably on your forearms, perhaps on your hands. That's fine too. It depends on how much tension there is in your shoulders, how much room there is to open the shoulder joint. So don't force it. Right arm crosses behind your head, then your left. And then your right shin is in front of your left shin. And then let your head be nice and heavy. So your neck is relaxed. And allowing your armpits to relax as if they're slowly melting. And letting your front ribs soften, belly. Just noticing your breath. And as we practice today, whatever is present in your mind or heart, allow the practice to be a way to be fully present with it rather than to avoid it or ignore it. And so our practice becomes very inclusive. All feelings are welcome. Take 2 more breaths here. And carefully remove your arms from behind your head, bringing them by your sides, straightening your legs. And noticing if you can feel any release in the shoulders, chest. And then bring your left arm behind your head first, the forearm, and then cross the right forearm over it. And then when you cross your knees again, or your shins rather, your left shin is in front of the right, so you switch everything up. And again, it may be that your head is on your forearms, perhaps your head is on your hands. Just noticing what is available in terms of the mobility in the shoulder joints, and allow the head to be nice and heavy, and allow the armpits to relax. And so the invitation here is not to check out during your practice, but actually to check in. To acknowledge all the physical sensations and any thoughts and emotions that are present. And more specifically, the practice of loving kindness is the intention to befriend anything that arises, any circumstance, any situation. Which doesn't mean that you have to like everything, but you're not pushing it away either. One more breath here. And then carefully release your arms back by your sides. And it may feel good to bring your knees into your chest for a moment and gently massage your lower back by rotating your knees. But if you want to just straighten your legs and be still right away, that's also great. And when you're ready, you can straighten your legs. Noticing how your body feels right now. And then roll onto your belly. And extend your right arm away from you at the shoulder, level of your shoulder, palm facing down. I'm lifting my head so that I'm not crushing the microphone, but your head is down on the floor. And then place your left hand under your left shoulder, and you're going to roll towards your right arm onto your right side. And you could stay exactly here with the legs straight, or you could bend your left knee and place your left foot on the floor behind your right leg. Make sure that your head is resting on the floor, and if your neck doesn't feel comfortable, then slide a little cushion or blanket under your head. And you can have your left hand in front of you on the floor, or if that would feel appropriate, you could extend the left arm behind you, just letting it hang in the air. And that's up to you. So just make sure that your head is resting. And don't force your right shoulder in any way, so don't go too far. Make sure that the arm is extended at the level of your shoulder and the palm is facing down. Relax your jaw. And if your left knee is bent, and you allow the pelvis to drop into the floor, you may even feel a little bit of a release in the lower back here. Two more breaths here. If your left knee is bent, slowly straighten the leg. And then place your left hand on the floor so you can carefully roll onto your belly and bring your right arm by your side or above your head, whatever feels good here. Let your head rest. Just noticing how the right shoulder feels right now. And then we'll do the same thing on the left side. So now extend your left arm to the side at shoulder height, palm facing down. Place your right hand under your right shoulder and carefully roll onto your left side. So this shoulder may feel different, so check in to see if you want to stay here with your legs straight, or bend your right knee and place the right foot behind your left leg. Right hand can stay in front of you on the floor, or you can extend the arm, let it hang behind you. Again, making sure that your head is resting.
And if your right knee is bent, then allow the pelvis to drop and to find that little release in the lower back. Noticing if you're still breathing. And 2 more breaths here. And with the right hand in front of you on the floor, straighten the right leg and carefully roll onto your belly. And then you may like to turn onto your back just to let the arms rest by your sides. Noticing how your shoulders feel right now. And noticing too if the space in your shoulders is having an effect on the rest of your body. And then bend your knees. And carefully roll to your side and come onto your hands and knees. Excuse me. Bringing a blanket under your knees is nice, and you may like to have blocks in front of you on the lowest setting. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. You can do this without blocks. But so if you have blocks, make sure all the time that your hips stay over your knees. Then you can bring your elbows on the blocks. As you let your chest hang, your hands can come together behind your head. And you have to measure the blocks so that there is space for your head in between. So this is one option. Another option would be to, instead of bringing the hands together, to have the arms straight. And another option would be to just do the same thing without the block, so then your arms would be on the floor. So that's also an option. So wherever you are, really make sure that your hips stay over your knees, so that the weight stays back in your legs and doesn't fall all onto your shoulders. So make sure that your head is resting on the floor, or otherwise on a little cushion or a folded blanket. And allow the heart to melt to the ground. Both from the front and also from the back. So the spot between your shoulder blades. Allow that to melt. You may notice that it's actually possible to feel tightness in your armpits. There are actually muscles running through the armpits, so see if you can relax, soften the armpits. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Allow your belly to hang. And take one more deep breath here. And then carefully bring your shoulders, or your elbows rather, under your shoulders so you can bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees. And then just, if you can, sit on your heels for a moment. If that doesn't work, sit in any other way. Just noticing the release in the chest, the upper back. You may notice an increased blood flow and chi flow in the arms. You may even notice that there is a little more space to breathe. And then slowly open your eyes and take your blanket and you may have it folded already once or twice. From the long side, roll it up nice and tight. And even though this roll is not as thick as when you roll it from the short side, it may still be a little too thick, so be mindful that you may have to adjust your blanket. But we'll start like this. You place it crosswise over your mat. The roll is going to be right at the tips of your shoulder blades. So let's say where your bra strap would be, so that when you lie down, your shoulders and your head will be on the mat. So there is a feeling of a lifting of the heart up, but the shoulders and the head should be on the floor. And your legs can be straight or in any other position that feels good for you. And your arms can be out to the sides or even overhead. Now, if this feels too intense, then just unroll the blanket a little bit so it's less thick. And so the intention here is that it feels like a nice opening for the heart and the chest, but it shouldn't feel so intense that you can't breathe. So allow the head, the shoulders to relax. Belly soft.
Again, allow your attitude to be one of inclusivity. And accepting the pleasant and the unpleasant. As you probably know, happiness is not the absence of unease, of discomfort, but happiness is really the embracing of everything exactly the way it is, without resistance. And 3 more deep breaths here. See if you can draw your breath all the way up to your clavicles. And when you're complete, bring your elbows onto the blanket roll and press into your elbows. Engage your core to lift yourself up. And just sit up for a moment. You can close your eyes if you like. Just noticing the space in the front and the back of the heart. And then as you open your eyes again, we're going to roll the blanket one more time this way from the short side. So if you have it already folded twice, then fold it another time from short side to short side. So your blanket is about this size and shape. And then from the short side, roll it up nice and tight. To have a nice thick and short little bolster. Place that lengthwise on your mat this time, where just the blanket roll was under the tips of your shoulder blades. That's where the edge of this blanket is going to go now. So your lower back is free and your upper back and your head are on the blanket. Bring your feet together, knees apart. in butterfly pose. Arms out to the sides. Palms facing up. Just letting your body rest here. This should feel quite relaxing right now. After all the preparation with more intense poses. To see if it's possible to truly relax your body here. To let go of any muscular engagement. And see if you can let go of any doing, so you're not trying to stop thinking, you're not trying to feel a certain way. You're not fixing anything. You're simply here, fully present without any resistance. Two more deep breaths here. Slowly help your left knee up and let it come down towards your right knee so you can roll onto your side, moving the blanket out of your way. And now roll onto your back, straightening out your legs, arms resting at a comfortable distance away from your body. Just letting your body rest for a moment in Shavasana to just notice the effects of these postures, the effects of the practice. You're welcome to close your eyes and just rest. And please stay here as long as you like. And whenever you're ready, take a few deep breaths. And you can slowly move your hands and feet and bring your knees into your chest. And then roll to your side at your own time, carefully coming up to sit. And once you're seated, just close your eyes for another moment and notice how you feel right now. Perhaps there's more vividness in your body. Perhaps there is more friendliness in your attitude, especially towards yourself. Maybe there's a little more softness in your heart. And bring your palms together in front of your heart and bow your head as a gesture of gratitude towards yourself, or an appreciation for your body, mind, and heart. and as a gesture of offering the benefits of our practice to all beings. Thank you so much for joining me here today.